Hey guys, welcome back to my PCOS VSG journey. So I am back. Happy New Year. I hope you guys had a great end of the year celebration. I apologize for not getting a December video up, but I really unplugged and spent my time with family and was fully present. And so now back to the grind. So let's get to the stats. Weighing in today at 181. Earlier in the week, when I returned from my trip on Wednesday, I was weighing in at 186. So that just goes to show that when you jump back on your water goals, things happen. So I am 4 pounds away from my lowest, which is 177. I'm not sweating about getting there. We actually have a little 10-pound challenge in the family to lose 10 pounds by the end of the month. Totally doable. I'm well on my way. So let's get into it. The number one question that everybody always asks is, how do I break a stall? And it's the same way that you're going to get rid of holiday weight. So if you put on holiday weight like I did, here's what you do. So I'm getting back into the basics. So what does that mean? It means that as soon as I landed home, I went shopping because I didn't really have anything in my fridge. So went and got some things to meal prep. It's turkey and rice with some chopped vegetables in there. Yes, I'm eating white rice. Do I have anything against brown rice? Absolutely not. I love brown rice. It's just I'm choosing to eat the white rice with this. So that's what I'm eating for every meal until it's gone, pretty much. And for the sweet tooth, this is the most important thing. Well, it's not, because water is the most important thing. But when the sweet tooth hits, the option is fruit. Always go to fruit when you have the sweet tooth happening. So I stocked some fruit options and I got sugar-free popsicles, the tropical ones, which are my favorite even since the day I was post-op. I'm still into those, so I made sure to stock that in my freezer as well. So when the sweet tooth strikes, that's what we go to. And then back on the water goals. So I don't know, I should be looking at getting 60 plus ounces of water in a day. I'm not sure if I'm really hitting that because, as you guys know, I do not like seriously track everything. So that's my goal, just picking whole food options that keep you full, and that way you're not looking to snack and do all that stuff. But if I do snack, in the event of snacking, I have my options. So it's either fruit, a rice cake with some peanut butter, or I have hummus. I do have some crackers I ate the other day, but that's with hummus. And usually I tap out a little quicker when I add hummus in the mix versus just eating crackers by themselves. So definitely find what works for you. But I always get that question, how do you break a stall? How do you break a stall? How do you break a stall? It's exactly what I just said. And then, it's more so your eating and your water consumption, right? And then exercise, I'm back on that. Just to make sure that I keep myself in a caloric deficit, if you will. So I am back to rowing. I missed my rower. So I'm back to rowing. The past couple of days, I've done 45-minute HIIT workouts, intervals. And then I have the kettlebell that I'm gonna add in and do my regular short little exercises with that. With the whole COVID thing picking up, I don't really know if I'm going to venture into a gym just yet. That was really something I was looking into. But with how things are going, we'll just stick to my home gym workouts. And that's good enough for me. I do what I love, and that is what I love right there. So they have a January challenge right now with Ergata to do like 8. The challenge is to work out 8 days in a row. So I was like, all right, and I really like that because it's more so focusing on the workout, not the type of workout, but just the fact that you did it. So I think they really have me on like the right path in terms of getting that consistency back. So that's what I've been up to, guys. I haven't really been freaking out. Like, I put on some weight. Okay, who cares? It's coming off rather quickly. And a lot of it probably is water weight. You bloat, and if you're not hitting your water goals during the holiday season, it's very easy to fall back into this. So I'm well on my way. We're not panicking. We're not worried. I'm doing what works for me, and that is what you can do for you, is find out what works best for you and go with it. Find an exercise that you like and stick with it. It doesn't have to be this whole elaborate gym routine. It just needs to be something that works for you. Now, if that's walking, that's amazing, because walking is super good. Really good for you, very easy. Okay, just get a walk in. Start with 15 minutes a day if you don't want to do a half hour, and then, you know, go from there. But doesn't have to be anything insane. Meal prep doesn't have to be anything elaborate. Like I said, I'm eating the same thing, but for me, that doesn't bother me. Like the way I cook my ground turkey and stuff, like it's so good. So I might finish the proteins, the animal protein that I have on hand, which is like I have some salmon and a pack of chicken. Once that's gone, I'm thinking maybe we'll flip to, you know, and sorry for the noise, like I can't help that if y'all hear it. Once we finish the animal protein, then I possibly will look at giving meat a break. Maybe do some vegetarian type style. Maybe that will mean down the road I ease back into being vegan, but I'm kind of thinking about it. There's some things I kind of don't want to give up right now. So that's what's been going on with me. Getting back into exercising and stuff. I did some walking over the holiday break and got some miles in. Like just into the new year, I had done like laps around my sister's neighborhood, which, you know, 3 laps was like 5.4 miles, something like that. So I did that a couple days. So I didn't feel completely lazy. However, I wasn't hitting my water goals as well. And, you know, I could have done more. I feel like I lost some elasticity in my arms. So getting back to rowing, yeah, we definitely have some work to put in. So that's what I'm looking into. As for how I'm looking, still have that like line here. But I feel really good, still fitting in all like the smaller sizes. And like over the break, I went to Lululemon and went to go get some shorts, and it still like blows my mind that I'm size 6 there. Like that's crazy to me. And now I'm experiencing the fact that most people seem to be like around size 6, because there's really hard to find those. But anyways, that's the update with me. Pretty short and sweet, but so many people asked the question about the stalls, y'all, and that's what I got. So, you know, I feel like people don't want that answer and they want some kind of magic trick, but there is no magic trick to it. You do have to put in the work. You do have to do some planning and, you know, stick to it also. Just really evaluate what you're eating when it comes to breaking a stall. Maybe you need to switch things up. Sometimes the body doesn't like to stay with the same old things over and over and over again. Sometimes it really needs, you know, a change to get moving. So, but water is a huge part of that. No issues other than that. One thing I did find over the holiday break, eating beef. Kind of didn't, I ate beef, and I'm usually not a beef eater. I cut that out, but it was not comfortable. It really was like uncomfortable. So I think I'm gonna stick to that for sure. Definitely staying away from that. My stomach, it wasn't like major issues, but I just did not feel good. I don't think it sat really well. Digesting was kind of like uncomfortable. So that's it. I just did a lot of snacking, a lot of just overindulging, and that's what the holidays is about. So I am back to living life, and I live a pretty much like tracker free style over here. Tracking's not my thing, so I'm sorry when you guys ask me specific questions about my water intake, my protein intake, all that stuff. I do not have an answer for you because that's not how I go about life. I'm at this point where you should be able to live life. I shouldn't have to always be thinking about tracking things, what I'm eating and this and that. It's just too stressful, in my opinion. For me, this is how it works for me. Doesn't mean that it may not work for you. If it works for you, awesome. But, you know, this is just how I do things. I'm not weighing my food anymore. I do a good job at like eyeballing stuff, and I'll stop when I'm full. So I always seem to have a plate in the microwave of like what I couldn't finish, and I'll come back. I usually always come back and finish it. So that's something about me. Like I might dish out like a pretty big portion, but I eat what I can eat. I put it up, I'll come back for it when I want it. And just making sure that I constantly have water that I like to drink, and keeping it in the fridge, and always having an option of cool water, because that seems to be easier for me to get a lot more water in if it's cold. So that's what's been going on with me. Hair loss, we're doing pretty good with the hair. I still feel like I have a long way to go for everything to grow back, but I'm feeling pretty confident about it coming back in. The other day I was sitting back kind of questioning, like, am I ever going to get my full volume back? Because, you know, I switched up my curl pattern today and really brushed out, like combed out the curls so they're like separated a little more. So it gives me a little more volume. But normally my hair is like, you know, collected into bigger curls, and that really makes the volume an issue. Like, I look at it and it's really like a lot less. So still taking all my vitamins and everything. I take Flintstone vitamins for the people who ask me. I'm not on any bariatric vitamins at this point. I take Sugar Bear hair vitamins for the hair. And everything's been going well. I don't have anything that's been popping up, thank God. Everything's awesome. I'm over a year post-op, like, oh my gosh, almost, you know, coming May 29th, I'll be 2 years post-op. Like, that is insane. That is so crazy. Can you believe it? So yeah, we're just doing what I'm doing, and, you know, I'll keep you guys updated on where I go for plastics if I decide to do that. Now, one thing I'll update you on my legs, I had the air sculpting liposuction on my knees, calves, and ankles, treating lipedema, fat removal. That's doing really well. I had my 3-month post-op appointment this Friday, and there is crazy improvement. They took photos, you know, on the day of the procedure, of course, and they took photos this Friday. Really amazing results. They told me that it should only get better from here because there can be swelling for up to 6 months. And it's crazy to me because I thought I was a lot further along, but I'm really only like 3 months out from when I did that. So, and already I'm seeing such a nice difference. So, and I feel just lighter. It feels more comfortable. I feel like my knees have a little more relief and aren't feeling as locked up. And I would get pain there too. Like, when I'd sit and crunch my knees up or something, like, it just was really uncomfortable. So that's really come a long way, and I'm super excited about that. So now I'm just looking into my other options and see what I want to do, where I want to go from here. But so far, right now, the focus is to hit that 10-pound goal for the end of the month, to say I did it and met the challenge, and I'm well on the way. Like, I got so much time now to hit that goal. So yeah, I hope everyone's doing well. I'm still here and just wanted to say hey, and I miss you all, and I hope that you had an amazing holiday season. If you had surgery recently, I hope you're feeling amazing. Take it one day at a time. First, you take it 1 hour at a time, then you take it a day at a time. It gets better and better and better. And yeah, just, you know, welcome to the new year. Let's start it off right. Let's get back to the basics if you need to get back to the basics, and get your water goals in, because that is so important. Anyways, thanks so much for following me here on Instagram. You can see a lot of updates here, all types of things, you know, it's there. And thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. I really appreciate you guys, and I'm still here. I'm so glad to be updating you all, and we'll see where I go hitting this 10-pound goal. So you guys take care, and I will see you on the next update. Bye.